can find a big core, and they are going to be running right towards Raging Potato. Their props to Raging, great positioning. He reads the movement, but they have the vision. Look at that, John. A real deep observer ward this early on. Not to be expected here by EXECRETION. I can't blame for Raging for standing Creation. How's Tino's farm? Well, SNY almost up. Decent timing.
Not too bad. He's still keeping up with his Sven for the most part. 1.5k behind. It's not the worst situation. There's not as much stacks coming out for In Your Dream, and his jungle has been warded off. They are aware of where he wants to play. There's a smoke coming out here as well. Probably not going to catch In Your Dream, but he's still in the general area, so he has to be cautious.
Bob, split up, not going to be there yet. In Your Dream turns around, stun immediately out, but the Rolling Thunder is going to connect with the split up, but In Your Dream should go down here, but he does pop the war cry. Might make it the no. Terrorize does connect, but not in time. Still the Fiend's Grip is out on BDZ. He is still alive though, not dying quite yet. Swashbuckle to the high ground, but Alacrity. He does the kill onto Bob now. Bob, he might keep trying to fight this one out as Tino. He joins in. Alacrity will throw the boat out eventually. Back in onto Bob. No, they got the kill. Alacrity. He will drop it. Now Tino turns the Nightmare right back around onto Paulison and does eventually get the kill. A great set of kills here for EXECRETION. In Your Dream, he knew something was wrong. He ran the long way around, understanding the
dives, and something they really needed to slow down that farming pace. They've already taken out the key tier 1 towers. I think they need to start forcing a couple more engagements while Tino's relatively strong. Early SNY makes him very hard to pin down.
Oh, Paulison going for a D-Ward, but it's going to cost him his life. He will still be able to take it out. In fact, it was actually denied off by RR. Tahara gets the deny on the Observe Ward. Make sure no gold goes the way of Paulison. However, gets the BDZ. They're going to pop the gold strike. They want this kill, but BDZ, he gets the Rolling Thunder off. RR saves the day. Onto Pombo. It's a better target, but he gets the Yules in time. No time, but big Ravage. Mizu, he connects onto 3, but Tino, he's going to turn around anyway. He won't mind too much in the Morphling because he has the Abaddon to back him up, but they'll go after RR first anyway. Get rid of that Abaddon. Make sure he's down. And now it's up to Tino and BDZ. Let's commit the pig out. He still has the vision, but they won't be able to lock him down. Instead, GXR, they are going to try and go into that mid-tier 1 tower. And it looks to secure that anyway.
That timing with the Overlord is up for Raging Potato though. It simplifies that process, forces out the Fortify. They have managed to force GXR to clump up. They've got deep wards behind the tier 2. They know the position.
Yeah, I mean, that Thunderhide might die, but BDZ, a big Rolling Thunder in Your Dream. He's going to try and find a way into the steam finally. We're trying to go into Raging, but there's so much stunts coming out. BDZ, he just disarms all of them as well. They've blown off Paulison. They'll go right in onto the Kulka. Alacrity, he's locked down. In Your Dream's going to keep trying to fight, but the Aphotic Shield to save
lifesteal from coming true on Tino as well. So the options to control the Morphling are looking limited at best, pretty tough. They need to choose their targets for the Fiend's Grip, and that's, again, down to Paulson. He's been doing such a great job, but they need to figure out, do they want the Pango or the Morphling first?
They're going to try and go into Tino right now, but I don't think there's any chance of them actually getting this kill as mid lane. Who they dived on? It is going to be In Your Dream. He's been left behind. He's got no one around him. They just catch him with his pants down. And now, I mean, you're missing a Sven. I think EXECRETION will almost certainly try to force the high ground push. In fact, they might go 2 lanes at once. Tino, he'll get started at top. With RR behind it, you can't really kill the Morphling. And Bob, if he wants to, can go to the mid lane, but he's going to join his teammates. Tino, that's a tier 3 tower down. BDZ going to move his way in. There's Crown, but he will swashbuckle away. Mizu, that's a big Ravage. Onto 4 heroes. But where's your follow-up? They're going to try onto Bob with the left track. No, they do get him. A lot of damage being popped out by Alacrity. But now you might lose your Dark Willow as Joe-Cam. He'll get the ulti off in time. Alacrity still trying to chase down BDZ. Mizu He's gonna try and fight, but he just gets blown up by Tino. This Morphling just so powerful at the moment. It's in your dream. Takes all the time to respawn. He's gonna go in with the God Strength, but can he deal with it? He'll go on RR instead, trying to get rid of that Abaddon first. And RR, he is melting quite fast as Tino has been controlled up. They just hold him in the Curse Crown of the Yules. Raging now. He'll be X'd up, and there's your feature with the Rolling Thunder. Is there from BDZ. Going through a lot of heroes as Tino. He'll get to work. In your dream, he just respawned, but he's gonna die right away. He does have the buyback. He might be forced to commit it here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
If they go for a second lane, you are going to have to commit that buyback immediately from In Your Dream, as now they'll force the team fight again. Mizu will be chased down, and looks like he is set to fall as Tino is underneath the tier 4 towers now. And yeah, they're going for a second Rux.
Dire's
In Your
top
Dream, he
barracks
doesn't
is
want to
under
buy
attack.
back, but
Dire's
I
top
suppose
barracks
without
is under
teammates, there's no point anyway.
He doesn't have God Strength as well, so his damage output's not going to be great, his presence is not going to be amazing. Mid-rack set to fall, and EXECRETION still have the Aegis, so Tino's still really safe. He gets the Crystallis flown in the middle of the fight. He's got a ton of damage, and they settle with 2 racks. They can't push bot, they can't go for Megas with a tier 1 standing, but they have a massive lead out of nowhere. EXECRETION 19 to 18, 10k up, as GXR is starting to run out of map space to build in. Like, the Sven can be big. That is pivotal for GXR's team fight, and they just don't have an easy way of accessing the backline. Like, if they had something that could jump a bit better, maybe follow through with a Tide's Blink, like say an Ember or any of the Spirit Birders really to help clean up, you could feel a bit better, but without that option, it's just tough.
Oh, absolutely. Gonna be spotted. That's a nice hero to start on if you can actually take him out, but he's gonna be pretty difficult with that burrow time up. In Your Dream to get started, but here comes BDZ with that Rolling Thunder. Immediate feed script out, but Bob's gonna move in with the stun, but they still get the kill, and now they need to disengage. Right here, right now, EXECRETION need to run, but it looks like Bob, he understands he's dead. He just stands there in Your Dream. He'll get the kill, and now they even found the Abaddon. Bit of an error being made here by EXECRETION. They'll lose 3 for...
Get the big win they need on heroes out like that. It's not like it's completely locked in yet.
Oh, Mizu. Terrorize? No, it's not gonna be there. Tino, that's a pretty big pickup. Mizu's down with 50 seconds worth of a respawn. No buyback, as Joe Cam now might get caught. Tino, does he check the tree line? No, he doesn't. Meanwhile, on the left side of the map, Raging, he's been caught in the Lycan, so the time, but you might get the Lycan in response. Not too bad of a trade, though. He's going to try and pop the wolf bomb, and he might make it out. In fact, he does. They nightmare him up, but it won't matter. He will survive. In fact, he'll go right back after Polison. Raging Potato, my goodness. What a tanky boy. As they even found Alacrity on the Kunkka. And they might even get In Your Dream. That's the big one. Raging will chase him down. Halberd is up, and that explains the tankiness. Is In Your Dream. He's going to try and BKB out in time, and oh boy, he barely makes it out. A very close call. The buybacks are going to have to come in now, as well as EXECRETION. They are threatening that bot lane of Barracks. The GXR, they really don't want to lose that last lane if they can avoid it.
They still have the Ravage to play with, and he's got the grip ready in Paulson. He just needs to watch his spacing. Tino.
You can stun him, and you kill him. There's RR's behind him. It's very hard to imagine him really dying. You've got to get that Abaddon first. Unless you stun the Abaddon like they just did. In fact, the Nightmare's now out as well. Stun, Bob. Still gonna be fine. Thunder is committed. BDZ onto Joe Cam, a decent target, and they'll get rid of the Willow. He will buy back immediately, but BDZ, he has plenty of time on that Rolling Thunder. He can go around for a bit of a drive-by. Does find the Conquer Alacrity. He's going to move in with the BKB and try to fight back onto Raging Potato. They've got the stuns out, but the Apodic Shield does save the day's Raging. He's just not dying. This Lycan is so darn tanky. BDZ keep moving in as Bob. He's got Polison. The Bane's down. No buyback on him as now they've got Alacrity as well. The Polka is a little bit of a tough place and just goes down. They call him. EXECRETION. It was a start for him, John, but they hit their timings. They come back, and well, just prior to that 30-minute mark, they make it work.
Yeah, Plays spectacularly well. It looked like their lanes initially for Tino to keep farming and Slark on the bot lane. And you're getting a lot more for Bob as well. He's got travels up. He can show up a lot more often for his lassos.
Well, very aggressive kind of play here, trying to get that power in, but he has an Omni Knight right behind him, and they've got Alacrity on the Void, and they blow him up in time, raging. He joins in. They've even caught Collison. Finger out for BDZ. In your dream, he's going to try and fight. BDZ, he might end up dying and does eventually go down to In Your Dream, but they even clean up Joe Cam. And it seems as though the only person they realize they can't deal with right now is the lifesteal. Now they'll happily leave In Your Dream to be though. In fact, In Your Dream's the one chasing Raging down. I don't know if they can, which is the problem, but he pops the Rage, maybe they can. With Mizu around, they'll have the damage. So his persistence does pay off. It's certainly still a favorable trade going the way of
Actually, there you go. It's still a piece of control missing now on the map for GXR. Opens up the top jungle, opens up the triangle a bit for rotations.
Raging. Go for a bit of a run here. Mizu and Lacri, they catch him out though. That's a big pickup, and then Guardian Angel, it's not going to help with all the pure damage out from Mizu, but now Tino's going to jump in. Spike is going to knock him down. Hex is out as well, and they've got enough.
Oh my goodness.
So both offlaners dropping here as GXR. They've got to try and back again. Oh, he missed the lasso. Would have loved to catch somebody out there for a secondary kill, but they won't be able to get anyone.
GXR has to be a bit cautious taking these fights without the egg. It is almost up. Could look to engage soon.
No, he's going to get used up. H2 does catch him out, but they've got the Heavenly Grace there. Bob, he's still got the lasso. In fact, he'll go right into Paulson, but the lift is there for Joker to try and help him out. Is it going to be enough to get the egg off? Not quite. The Infest was there to help, but it just wasn't enough HP. It's In Your Dream. He will at least get BDZ down, but the rage is wearing off as Tino is going to move back in now. And In Your Dream, I'm not sure if he can man fight this. Raging's back as well. They're going up to Joe Camp. They want that Rubik first. They've got him. In Your Dream, he's gone too far. He will drop to the cause. There's Alacrity. That was his last step charge, and it's just not going to be enough. EXECRETION are just on fire today as they will clean up another team fight. 4K net worth advantage. GXR yet to find their footing.
Yeah, and such clean execution from EXECRETION. They know how to dip in just far enough to get the damage they need every single time to get the control out. We're going to find this mid-tier 2 at the 20-minute mark. So now they can take complete control of the top jungle if they want. They can invade the triangle. They've built up 7 permanent agi stacks on Tino. Considering that slower lane he had against the Timbersaw, that's big. And even finds a Brigand's Blade. So, you know, you're getting everything you want here on your course. You're getting all the farm. They scout out the stacks in the jungle on EXECRETION's side. And GXR just a step. Like, they need the silence on the AoE ASAP under Void Spirit. But the Ags is still a ways off. Basically 2 parts away with the farm he has on hand. And as long as that item keeps getting stalled out, EXECRETION can still just keep jumping in. It's just that big issue of control. Like, with Phoenix and Rubik support duo, just don't have enough to lock this down.
They've got Mizu now. Joe Camp, he gets out, but you're going to lose your Timber instead as Alacrity is trying to get some form of a trade. It does get BDZ, but now Paulson, he's been jumped on by Bob. There's no lasso up, but he doesn't need it. He will just chase him down. As Joe Camp tries to help, but the BKB's there. He does still stick in napalm, but Bob's got the lasso back up now. He'll get right back in after that Rubik. In Your Dream's going to try and help by killing off Bob with the Batrider. Maybe he can do so, but RR is there with the Degener at level 3 to slow him down In Your Dream. Finally, this ability has some use against the lifestealer. And they're eventually going to get him out of that infest. He'll try for the TP, but there's just too much damage. Tino has 14 permanent agi stolen. Much of an advantage for EXECRETION. There's just no reason to stop. Alacrity trying his best to finish off this Aghanim Scepter. Won't make the dive even on Tino's. He's seen this story before. It just hasn't worked out no matter what they're trying to do. They've got to be a little bit more patient and just try to secure some more farm up on your cores before you go any further. Everything just going swimmingly right now for EXECRETION. I mean, if you're the Radiant side, your literal ambition in this game is to not throw it away against GXR. Right now, it just feels like you can't really lose, quite frankly.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Just don't give openings to GXR. They're the ones with a massive advantage. There's not enough control in GXR to really punish them. They do go for a smoke play along with a Silver Edge on Tino, so just on the hunt. But GXR is playing really safe. They're just standing on the high ground. They know they can't really afford to step out at this point.
That they can't. Paulson, they love getting in Phoenix first, but can they take him down in time? Not quite. He's going to be okay. It's Tino. He'll keep trying to chase, but won't have enough. Meanwhile, Raging on the sidelines, trying to find a way in. Does want to go after Joe Cam, but he does make a nice quick blink out. He was underneath the sentry ward anyway. It's like better. Oh, that's unfortunate. Look at that sentry. Raging Potato places the sentry there, and it's right out of the area.
Yeah, right out of the area of two sentry wards. So you're gonna find it. Technically 3 if you want to count the one up there as well, up top. So just in the perfect to not get spotted out. Although,
oh, nice step out from Alacrity. Crippling Fear. I mean, it was like 0.1 of a second away from connecting, and now everybody has a pop. But it won't matter. It's just going on in. I don't understand this kind of control. Slaps all out. Joe Cam turns it right back around the battle right up. A great crippling fear of the pulse and a Joe Cam. And they feel like they definitely can. EXECRETION there going deep onto in your dream. He's already so darn low. He would invest into a lack, but there's your pounce up. There's your Earth Spike. They've got the Void Spirit, and now they've got the Life Stealer. In your dream to drop. They will just turn right in onto Mizu. This is getting very close to GG territory. As Tino's standing in front of the fountain. He's got nothing to be afraid about. Look at the damage output. He's got 400 damage right now. He's got 300 agi. They call it the pattern off. He's just farming.
Radiant. Glad really just could have went for more. Really great set of games coming out from EXECRETION. 4-0 today, 2-0 in this